This year is starting to feel a little less like our year and a little more like we ball anyway, but we're pushing forward here on the 1 Hour, One Brain Cell podcast. I was telling you this before the show started, but this past week for me that we took off literally felt like I had been shot, stabbed, run over, pickpocketed, poured under wet concrete, waterboarded. Did I say lit on fire? I'm just gonna keep going. And I don't know whether that's because of the work week and the travel week I endured, or whether it's because every time I open my phone, there's some new awful world event to stick my nose in. But if I don't look at the news, I feel like I'm not being a responsible citizen, and all of it is bad, and I'm happy to be back doing this stupid show where I don't have to talk about any of that for like an hour.
That's true. Yes.
I had to get that off my chest, otherwise it was just gonna weigh on me all show.
That's what this show is about. We talk about random crap for an hour,
Yeah,
including
we
including
deflect.
the including our lead story, which is the following. Pope
Your
Leo
lead
hosts.
story in 50 font, by the way. I wish you guys could
Yes.
see how large this is on the document. I was like, Richie really wants to talk about this.
Our lead story this week is Pope Leo hosts Exorcist summit at the Vatican over fears of worldwide surge in Satanism.
I didn't
More
read
at
this
11.
article, but it's a New York Post article. Hold on. I'm opening the link. Pope Leo hosted the world's most senior exorcists at the Vatican, who reportedly warned him of a terrifying global rise in occultism, esotericism, and Satanism, and the spiritual consequences they believe this has for many people. During the meeting, the association asked the pontiff to ensure that every diocese in the world has one or more adequately trained exorcist priests.
Pick us. We'll do it.
Okay.
We'll do
And then
it.
there's one really large photo in
The
here of a
power of
scene
Christ
from The
compels you.
Exorcist.
The power of Christ compels
Literally.
you. We've seen the first
Like,
MF. We can do
my
this.
goodness gracious. If that guy from Yeah, I've seen all the Conjuring movies. They do like one exorcism a movie in that. Like, we're good. We're qualified. If Patrick Wilson can do it, so can we.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, what's
There's
gonna
another
happen?
one of those movies coming out this year, by the way. Did you? I think I saw a commercial for it. There's like another
Really?
one. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. We need to be done with those. After what happened in the last one, we need to be we need to be done making those. We've dried up the well.
They put a picture of in this story. They put a scene from 1973's The Exorcist.
From The Exorcist. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is crazy. Anyway.
There you go.
Okay.
That's our show, everybody.
stuff.
Goodbye. Thank you. That's where we come. You come to our show to get the latest news headlines from around the world. There you go.
Yeah, just one. Well, actually, that headline did happen today, so we are a little bit early on that one. We won't be early by the time you hear this, but like, we're breaking it at the moment.
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna let you MC this week because I am lost. I don't know what day it is or what time it is, but you're
Time
working through
doesn't
a little bit
exist,
of a-
but it controls us anyway.
correct. But you said you're working through a little bit of a flu game, so I will.
Yeah.
I will
I
dictate.
don't know if you can tell in my voice. I feel like it's okay, but we're working through it. You know.
Yeah,
Already
yeah, we ball
already
anyway.
hopped up. We're hopped up on the cold medication.
The substance.
Yeah.
The substance, for anybody who's not familiar, is one time I mixed a liquid IV with an emergency, which I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do because it's like a giant dose of vitamin C and other and other things. But I was convinced it would fix me, and we started calling it the substance. And I don't know whether it helped or not, but it tasted foul. So let's work backwards because I think this is the only thing that was on the dock the last time I looked at it, which is that you have this week at Mellow would I look good
Yes.
with a piercing? How did
Yeah.
this come up?
Um.
The same way our commercial pitch came up, just like
Yeah.
random. It was floated.
Yes. Exactly. This is why you have to come next time you visit. We've been I swear the last few times like, hey, Jordan can come with us to Mellow, and then there's always something that happens to where we can't make it happen, and
Hmm.
so next time we'll have to make it happen. But yeah, this. So most of the friend group is going to Japan next month, I think,
Wow.
and so they were explaining like, okay, well they had to time the piercing because you have to take care of it in a certain amount of time to like, so that way when you fly, et cetera, it doesn't get infected, whatever. Um, and it was the same thing with tattoos. Is like Japan, you're not allowed to have tattoos in some places, so you have to cover them up. So they're like, okay, well, I'm not gonna get a tattoo because there was a Friday the 13th like sale going on. Like I guess a lot of tattoo shops do that Friday the 13th, and they do like discount
Yeah.
tattoos. So that's how it came up. And then it came up because I famously do not have any tattoos or piercings. and the question was asked, and I was supposed, they were like, hey, you need to bring this up on the podcast. So I'm going to do that, which is, would I look good with a piercing? I say absolutely not.
I think it depends where it is.
Many places
And
I
it's
could go.
also, well, I mean, there's lots of like dermal piercings you can get. People do crazy ones that are like through the eyebrows and stuff like that. But
Ah!
uh no, but I think it's more about it's about the energy of the piercing because if you put that silly little hoop in your nose and you think it makes you look cool, then you look cool. That's all there is to it. It's like tattoos too, right? It's like if you want to put that on your body because it's art or because you think it's fun and you like it, then you're the only person that has to like it, realistically. And
That's true.
I think you could get away with like an ear piercing. Those are
Mm,
straightforward.
mm.
Well, what are you gonna get? Like a nose ring or like a septum or like
No, that's the thing. I was like, no, I'm not doing any of this. I don't think I
tongue
look good in it.
piercing?
I think I look stupid. Belly button piercing.
You could get a belly button piercing. Now we're talking. Hot girl summer. Get one. It'll heal before we have
Jesus
plans. I'm
Christ.
not revealing the plans yet, but it'll heal. So that way when you get that little crop top on,
Oh my god.
felt energy. You're the only one that has to like it, my friend. But I think you could pull it off. I do.
Okay, well that's one vote. Yes. Okay.
Hmm.
I will relay that to the group,
You should.
and then they will tell me, hey, well you should get one, and I will tell them no because they've tried to convince me to get tattoos before, and I said no, absolutely not.
Well, but did they try to convince you to get like something random that everyone was getting, or was it
No,
like
no.
you can think it through and like
Yeah,
just
it's basically like
yeah.
because it was like um uh I was like I don't even know what kind of tattoo I would get. That's the thing. It's like I got nothing for you. I don't know. A little cat on my shoulder, on my
You
foot.
could on your foot, yeah. You could get a lip tattoo. No one will see those. But I had some teammates who got those in college. I will not name names, but they are supposed to like wear off because of I think like the enzymes in your saliva and just like the friction with
Mm-hmm.
being in your mouth and against your teeth. And at least the one person I know that has one that I still check in with regularly, it has not gone away. And I'm in my I'm in my 6th year since graduating, and those were done before that. So
Yeah.
it's been a minute. They're still there.
Oh my god. Absolutely
I don't
not.
have one, mom and dad. I did not go on this adventure. Just so we're clear. I'm not hinting at myself. My dentist would know and they would have told you. Not my new dentist, but my old dentist. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no piercings. No, absolutely not. Not going to happen. Not even this.
Okay.
Not even
Well,
this summer. You're not going to convince me. If that was your
we
secret
could circle
plan,
back.
if that was your secret plan that you teased me last week and that you refused to tell me what it was and you said you were not going to expound on it, no,
No, it's not, but I'm also still not going to tell you what that is
Damn
because
it!
I I know that's
I
your
don't
sneaky
like
way of trying to
this.
get around it.
I don't
No,
like it.
it's not, I promise it is not a body modification. Hand to God, there's no involvement of permanent cosmetic damage potential here. This is an event. It is a thing that I had it come up on my TikTok because I've been searching for advice about this particular thing, and especially the location in which it is. We'll tell you in a second. We're not holding this from you forever. We're just letting it simmer in suspense for another minute. I promise. Um, but there's a couple of things that like you and I we've been to this location a few times, but we've not really explored. And this came up
Mm-hmm.
as something that might be fun to do. But I don't know if we're going to get the chance because at the moment we only have 1 day of tickets to such an event. But we'll see. But you're not
Correct.
getting any more information out of me on that until the time comes. And you may not even get anything at that point in time because I might
Damn it.
just book the tickets and you're coming with me and you won't know until we get there.
I am not a very anxious person, but I am. I have like. Oh, I don't like this at all. Because there. Why would you not tell me what it is? What is happening? It's.
Cuz I think it would be more fun if I didn't. That's it's the Sagittarius in me that's like I'm gonna book the tickets and then everyone else is just along for the ride and it's gonna be a great story and we're gonna do it for the plot. Yeah. So we should just tell the people because we've held this over their head long enough, and it's also making it really hard to tell the story while I'm dodging all the details. But um, Richie and I think we left off on this on our last episode that we did. We were waiting anxiously at that period in time for the Lollapalooza lineup.
Yeah.
And I think maybe the day that we recorded, we had just gotten the text that like the lineup was dropping on the
Yeah.
17th and then tickets were going to come out on I think the 19th, whatever day that was, a couple days later. Um and we were halfway joking cuz we're like we were very invested in the idea that we might get a Tate McRae appearance at Lollapalooza and some other artists we'd wanted to see for sure. And as it turns out, we did. And you were the one to break the news to me because I was being held hostage by my occupation. Um, and I thought you were joking for a minute, and then I went and like checked the actual lineup and was like, "Oh my god, he's telling the truth." Um, not that I not that I perceived that you would be lying to me for any reason, but just because it felt too good to be true at that point.
Right.
Um, and you texted me, I'm pretty sure in all caps, take Kago, which is what we've been calling this experience. It doesn't flow. There's nothing that goes off. It doesn't roll off the tongue, but we made it up. You made it up, and it stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, you said take Kago, and Muna is also going to be there. DJ Trixie Mattel, Zara Larson is playing. Ethel Kane is playing. Balu Brigada is playing. There's some other ones in and out and all around. The headliners, I think, off the top of my head, are like Charlie XCX, John Summit, Lord, the XX. There's one other. Jenny, I think, from K-pop, but I don't know any
Jenny.
of her songs except like Jenny, which is a crazy one, by
Oh,
the way,
actually,
if you
she
don't
did a
know.
song with. She did that remix
Oh, she did the
of
Dracula
Dracula.
remix with Tame
Yeah.
Impala. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, that is said Jenny. Uh, and we were like, well, I guess we're in. Let's just do it because like money isn't real, so we should just, we ball. Um, and the Reddit and general like internet community seemed to be a little bit down on the lineup,
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason. And we were like, well, surely that improves our chances
Right.
if the internet's down on this because and so we're workshopping all this. We're trying to figure out like based on relevant information that we know, what day Tate might be playing. We're navigating travel plans. not knowing any of this information. We're trying to pull it all apart before we know anything. And then, we start thinking about all the things that she could play, and we've written her set for her at this point in time, you and I. Um and I was like, "Oh my god, wait," because at this point in time we were assuming she was going to play Thursday cuz she's going
Yes.
to the festival in Montreal on she's playing that on Saturday.
Yes.
We should have known that she would take the path of least rest and most resistance, because why the hell not? Chronic overworker, and she's playing Lala on Sunday, we found out. But we had considered that there was a point in time in which we may get the live debut of a lot of the tracks from the deluxe,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a lot of yelling in the group chat. Um, there was a picture of a cat chewing on a wire. Yeah, we were losing it, honestly. And then also found out horrifying news that the trip from security to the stages for the bigger stages is like a mile.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do cardio. You know this about me.
Mm-hmm.
I This is not going to be good if there's cardio involved, but I will at maximum have to train 1 mile just to do a really efficient mile, and I think I can manage that by the end of
Yeah, you got
July.
that. Yeah.
Like, I could do it right now, but it would be slow.
Yeah.
But if I train it, it can be faster.
Yeah.
So anyway, we after that whole thing, we set out to buy tickets, and we set out to buy tickets, and I hadn't heard from you until like 15 minutes until the sale was live, and I was realizing that it was like 8:15 in the morning your time. I'm like, I think I'm
It
gonna
was
have to
earlier
call
than
him.
that, bro. It was
Was it like
earlier.
7:15?
It was because they went on sale at 11
They
a.m.
went on
Eastern.
sale at, was it
11
11
a.m. Eastern time.
Eastern?
So I had to, yeah. So I had to
Yeah, it was
wake
11
up.
Eastern. It was 10
So they
Central.
was 8 a.m. Pacific time,
Mm-hmm.
and so I had to wake up. I set my alarm for 7:30.
Yeah, I'd not heard from you, and I was like, I might have to call him and wake him up because I'm not sure I can survive this ticket war one handed. I almost wrote my mom into this. You're welcome, mom, because I didn't. Um, but we almost had to rope in additional buyers because our track record with festivals, let's just say, is like less
Mm.
than
Mm-hmm.
stellar. All things go. And we were stressed. And I remember when that sale went live, I was just kind of sitting there, and it's a horrible system. There's something to be said. I will never give credit to Ticketmaster, but there's something to be said for platforms that use a number system or like a progress bar so that you can kind of tell like spatially where you might be in the line. This was not that. This was literally just a spinning wheel, and at any point in
Mm-hmm.
time you could just be dipped into the sale and be like, "Okay, and your turn, go buy stuff." Um it was like 11:30. I was still sitting there staring at that stupid wheel, and we get a notification that 4-day tickets, which is I think what we were trying for
Yeah.
essentially, even though like we weren't necessarily as committed to all of the days as we were to some of them, but it would have been fun to go for the full experience. So we were a little bit bummed when the 4-day tickets went on waitlist, which we found out later might just be bots and scalpers, which is horrible. But name of the game, trying to buy concert tickets in 2026 or anytime recently. Um, so bots stole all the 4-day tickets, and then they were like, okay, but single day tickets will go on sale in like 15 minutes. So it was like 10:45 or 11:45 or whatever it was. And we're like, well, how the hell are we supposed to buy single day tickets? And because we don't know what days anybody's playing, like, do we just have to guess? And then they dropped the daily lineup. So we found out all that stuff, and we sat there probably until it was darn near another hour, I think. And we were starting to think that things were going to go bad for us. You were in the group chat yelling. You're like, everyone was complaining about the lineup, so who are these people? Name one Muna song. Um, and then we made a plan of attack strategically. And then this is my favorite part of the whole interaction, which is at 11:56 a.m. my time. You said, at this point, we aren't getting, swear word, I'm hopeless over here. And I sent back, quit that. And 1 minute later at 11:57, you sent me, I'm in. And it was absolutely crazy. And you got in, you got 2 tickets for Sunday. I ended up waitlisting us for the 4 days. And I guess some people are moving off that wait list. So we just kind
Mm-hmm.
of fingers crossed and see if we get that. But we had a hotel ahead of time. We have transportation arranged mostly. So, I mean, we're going. It's just a matter
Mm-hmm.
of how many days we're going for.
Yes.
So, if you're hearing this and you see us at Lollapalooza, we're going to be at Lollapalooza. It's going to be great. We'll see you all in
I'm gonna
Chicago.
I'm gonna be wearing a half shirt with my belly button piercing.
Right. It's going to be great. We're going to get you one of those, like, we can get you a dolphin or whatever, and then it can be like Midnight Sun themed.
Sure, dude. I am bummed that Zara wasn't
Sure.
playing Sunday. This is why we hope we get 4 days because I had my Lush Life dance ready to go because I can windmill with the best of them.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah. I'm like,
and for now I
we
can't do
would have
that.
liked to see DJ Trixie, obviously. I probably would have liked to see Balu Brigada. We got Zara Larson. I'm like, honestly, I would have sat through any of the headliners. Like, am I a big EDM person? No, but like, would John Summit probably be kind of fun? Yeah. Would Charlie be fun? Sure. Like, there's some good stuff like in and around those lineups, and we could
Mm-hmm.
keep it much more low key on the days that we don't care as much about like being set in a spot for one stage. Um, so we'll see. We've never been before, so we're about to find out how brutal these crowds might be.
Yeah.
I've heard they're fine, and I've also heard like it's a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll see. I'm gonna start
About a
running a
hundred
mile.
thousand. About 100,000 people per day.
There's no way you can tell me that 100,000 4 day tickets sold out in 30 minutes. You
Remember,
can't. You
I
just
sent
can't
you
tell
the
me that.
conspiracy theory on the Reddit thread that the reason why they sold out so quickly is because they were holding back like tickets because of they wanted to sell like they didn't want to sell as many as the payment plans, and so that's why they that was my conspiracy is that a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people they'll put it on payment plans, but
Sure. Or they were
when you go on
trying to
the
sell them at like tier two pricing or whatever it
yeah.
is.
Yeah, they want to
Yeah.
sell them at the higher price because I think that's what's happening, right? For the if you're on the wait list, you are at the higher ticket price.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's why. So they held back a lot of those tickets, and so they're gonna unwaitlist more people than we think. Because because like I did not understand that at all. Like everybody was shitting on this lineup for 2 weeks straight, or not 2 weeks straight, but like a
And
week
then
straight,
no one
whatever.
could get in.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh, make it make sense.
dumb. Um, from what I understand, the Tate McRae Sunday is still not sold out, and I would say they should just stop selling tickets now.
Yeah. Stop the count. That's enough.
Yeah,
And we'll be there in the front, and the rest of you can just watch from the back.
yeah,
Get
yeah.
lost.
It's more for us.
Yeah. More for us. Stream So Close to What Deluxe.
Can you open the gatefold on that because we need the people to see that it takes
Because
up
you
the
know what it
entire
looks
camera.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean can I open the novel, the Chamber of Secrets?
It, it takes up the
It's
whole shot. Look at
massive.
that.
Literally. It's just a normal. It's a normal gatefold, but the it's giant. Um, yeah, I'm excited to have received this. There's a lot of like goods, the jacket photos. There's like a poster in here. I think there's more jacket photos. The whole thing is just a photo shoot.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
tremendous. And I am beyond excited to hear the opening of Trying On Shoes, both live and on this vinyl,
Hmm.
manifesting.
Yes.
Okay, that's all we have about Lollapalooza, but you'll see us there. And if anybody has been before and has insider information for us, let your friends know over here. Okay. I mean we're on music, so tracks of the week. Do you have anything new?
Oh, I think I do. Yes. Hang on. Let
Okay.
me see. We did get some new tracks while we were gone, so
Mm-hmm.
we can mention that a little bit. Um, we got some new Muna singles. So what? That's out.
Mm-hmm.
We learned that Katie tried to build a tricycle for the music video and failed miserably.
Adult tricycle.
Yes.
Tried to ordered one and then I think tried to send it back and it was not returnable. Is the story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's out, and then I've been listening to the couple of singles from the new Young the Giant album that's coming out later this year.
Mm-hmm.
When does it due out? Does it say? Why doesn't it tell me on here? Oh, in May. It's coming out in May. And different kind of love and bitter fruit, both great songs. I was listening to those. So shout out to Young the Giant, who I've seen a couple times live and enjoyed both times.
I think they're touring here and I almost got tickets, but they were a little bit expensive.
Yeah, par for the course.
Yeah. Everything is
Expensive
expensive,
tickets.
but money isn't real anymore because who cares? We ball anyway.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters. Just look, ladies and
You
gents,
have a show coming
if
up this week, don't you?
yeah, I have a show coming up in like, I don't know, 5 days or something. It'll be tomorrow by the time you hear this. Um, I have a couple shows coming up next week actually, but here's what I'm gonna say. If going to concerts or going to events with your friends or taking a road trip or whatever it is, whatever makes you happy, if it costs money, at this point in time with our current climate and everything that's going on, and then the actual climate in the world as well, because God knows what's going on with that. It's been 90 and then 30 here in alternate days. Um, if it makes you happy and it costs money, just do it and write it off as an investment for your mental health and well being. Like,
Yes.
take the things that make you happy. There's nothing else you can do. There's nothing else
Yes.
worthwhile right now.
Exactly. Which is why you and I are doing 2 trips in 2 weekends.
My God, yeah, we're gonna spend a
Which
lot of time together.
yeah, we're gonna set our new record for time spent together, which is because I think remember last year. Last year we got back from SACC and like we almost spent 100 hours together, and we were like, that's our
Mm-hmm.
like max.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll
It's
have
gonna
a
be
couple
work.
days in between, though, I think.
Yeah, like two.
Yeah, but like that's good enough to reset, I think.
That resets the clock.
I think that's enough. Yeah, it just can't be more than like 100 uninterrupted hours. But who knows? Maybe it's like I almost said exposure therapy, but I don't think that's the right word. But it's like maybe doing 100 hours then ups our maximum limit to like 150 for next time.
We have to
We're
level up.
trained.
We're like a video
Yeah.
game.
Right, we're training. We're prestiging the levels. We're unlocking red chaperone levels of friendship interaction.
Yeah.
Hours cumulative hours spent in the same vicinity. Yeah.
Yes.
XP earned. What do I have? Do I have anything? I don't know if we talked about the new Noah Khan single Porch Light because I think that maybe came out while I was
Yeah.
gone or just before I left, something like that. That's a great one. I'm enjoying that one. There is what else do I have? I went down a little rabbit hole while we were on the longest travel day ever, which I'll talk about in a minute. And I was listening to a lot of My Morning Jacket, and then I just put on that radio and came up with some good stuff. So I want to shout out Lay Low by My Morning Jacket, and then the song Street Joy by White Denim. It's a little bit more of like an indie folky kind of alternative playlist, but real good to just like kind of have on in the background like while you're doing other stuff. It's got a very cozy like at home but the big light is off and all of the mood lights are on kind of attitude about it. So some good stuff there. But really good soundtrack to stare out the window of a bus for 9 hours on, which is what I ended up doing. And I don't know if I told you this. I was going through all the stages of grief. We were supposed to travel out on Monday. which is why we didn't record last week. We were supposed to travel out on Monday and go to the airport and fly out and then fly back on Sunday morning. What ended up happening was I woke up on Monday morning ready to go in and like meet at the spot where the bus was going to take us to the airport and found out that our flight had been canceled because there was like 40 to 50-mile-an-hour winds and like blowing snow, which is not great to try to take off and fly an airplane in. And so pretty much anything that was trying to come east or coming from extreme east down to the south, because we were going to Atlanta, was getting canceled or delayed or whatever it was. And there were a lot of teams that had major travel disruptions. So we got rebooked to go out of Louisville later that night. And so we were supposed to, I think, meet at like 8 a.m. for our initial like flight. We ended up meeting at 3 p.m. and the sitch was that we were going to drive to Louisville, get on a plane in Louisville, and then fly like the extra, 50 minutes or whatever the hell it is at that point in time to get there. And on the way down to the airport in Louisville, that flight got delayed again by kind of a lot. And so we're like, we may not make it if we try to get on a plane today. We're just going to drive through. And the issue is that it's a 9-hour drive. And no one was prepared for a 9-hour bus ride. We all thought we were going to the airport, so nobody really brought anything. And so it's just you and yourself, and you have no snacks, you have no blankets, nobody downloaded enough
Yeah.
movies or brought books or like anything to occupy yourself for that long of a drive. We didn't have it. And we get to Louisville and we have to change buses. And long story short, I listened to a lot of music because we didn't get in from our 3 p.m. departure until midnight, essentially, in Atlanta. And then we had to go get rental cars from the airport, a bunch of us. And I hate driving the rental cars first and foremost, but it's also like 2 a.m. And it's my worst nightmare when this Jeep Grand Wagoneer pulls up because that thing is my car plus about 2 feet on the back of it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
just I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. Um, so I'm driving that thing back downtown Atlanta, dead of night, 3 a.m. It's horrific. And then we finally get to the hotel, and the good news was we had a little bit of an off day the next day, so we were kind of able to like keep it light. But for like the kids that got stuck in our second travel party, it was a really long day for them. And a couple of us went to the aquarium the next day, the Georgia Aquarium.
I've been there.
It is awesome. It's
I have
huge.
been there. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's huge. It's so cool. They have a whale shark for those of you that don't know, and those things are like how large? Probably 20 feet or so. Hold on. How big is a whale shark? I should know this because I typically 12. Oh my God. Okay. Pause. Typically 12 meters, which is 39 feet in length, although they can reach up to 18 to 20 meters, which is over 60 feet.
Woo-hoo.
Average length is about 40 feet, which feels right for how big that thing is. But super cool. It's a great way to go spend a couple of hours and learn about the ocean and see some really cool exhibits. And it wasn't super crowded. It was like a Tuesday. So it was a really nice day, good day trip. I probably should have taken a nap because I feel like I was paying for it on the back end in like sleep debt the whole rest of the week. But it was fun. If you get the chance to go, it's a great aquarium. And then yeah, we ended up having to bus back on the backside. Not for any reasons that had to do with weather at that point in time, but because the lines for TSA at the Atlanta airport were so
Oh,
bad that people that got
yeah.
there for 6 a.m. flights at 3 a.m. missed their flights,
Yeah.
and we were not taking any chances on that.
Yeah. Hate that
So we
airport.
just
The airport sucks.
every time I've been there, it's been a
It's the
crisis. My
worst.
flight's been delayed a lot out of there, but there's something horrible about it that it's like you get in there and then they put you as far away as humanly possible. So you have to either walk 6 miles or take that stupid train.
Stupid train. Yeah.
And there's always construction. So it's never a straight line to your gates. There's always a detour. And the last time I was there, I'm pretty sure there was only like two things open for food that were near my gate. And at the one thing that was like kind of okay. Everyone in line was mad. The whole place was mad at each other. The workers were
Yeah.
mad at each other. They were mad at the people in line. The people in line were mad at each other. They were mad at the
Yeah.
workers. It was the whole vibe was hostile. And so we didn't do that. We got back on the bus. We got back on the bus and drove 9 hours straight back. But it was much better the second time because we got to stop a little bit early in the trip, and we went to a Buc-ee's, Live, Laugh, Love Buc-ee's, and I had a mission, and I went in and I got a pillow and a blanket and a Red Bull and a breakfast burrito. And then I got back to the bus, laid down in my corporate sponsored sleeping attire, and then just conked out for like 2 hours. And nobody heard from me for the rest of the bus ride. It was great. Yeah. So, moral of the story is it can always be worse. And we ball
Yeah.
anyway.
Moral of the story is get rid of the TSA, you useless bastards. Why are you even there?
No, it's not.
This,
Well, it's halfway
we don't need
TSA's
security.
fault. It's halfway TSA's fault, but it's also like the actual TSA agents are not getting paid. And I
Yes,
really wouldn't
true.
want to go to work either if I wasn't getting
Yeah.
paid.
Yeah.
So I can
I agree.
understand that.
Yeah. Everything sucks. We ball anyway.
We ball, everything sucks. We ball anyway. Title of the episode. Okay. You have a couple things on here that I don't know what you mean, which is the internet has a new set of favorite dogs. I've
Wait,
not
you
clicked
haven't
on
seen this?
No. Or maybe not.
Oh my gosh. This is like my favorite story I've seen. Everything sucks, we ball anyway, but we do still have some stories of hope. Now, I have no idea if
Okay.
this story is real or not. We believe it to be real, so I don't think it is fake. Okay. Here's the headline. 7 stolen dogs go viral after escaping and making 17-kilometer journey home. 7 pet dogs stolen from a village in northeastern China have gone viral after pulling off a dramatic escape and making their way back home. The group is believed to have traveled around 17 kilometers, navigating busy roads. According to the Chinese newspaper, the dogs were taken by thieves working for a dog meat shop and escaped in a moving truck. A corgi led the group and reportedly turned to check on the others while the group surrounded an injured German Shepherd in the middle. Other breeds, including Golden Retrievers, Labradors, Pekingese, followed closely behind. And there is footage of this, so I'm going to bring up the footage. Here we are.
What in the Disney film is this?
This is a Disney movie. It's
What in the
hang on.
Pixar animated universe is going on here?
Let me bring it up.
They all helped each other escape?
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Crazy.
Okay, there we go.
And they got in a moving truck. Okay. It's like Finding Nemo, but for
where is
dogs.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Wait, in the second Finding Nemo, do they escape from the Georgia aquarium?
I don't remember because I don't think I've
I
seen
don't remember either.
Finding
It's a
Nemo
big
2.
aquarium, though.
In Changchun,
Finding
China,
Nemo.
7 dogs were stolen and left on the highway. They escaped and walked over 17 kilometers to successfully return home. When a German Shepherd injured its leg from the escape, the others immediately surrounded it for protection. During rest stops, the group formed a circle to shield one another. This is a deeply heartwarming story.
I don't know what in the AI recreation that was, but there you go. Yeah, very
There you
cute,
go.
adorable story, and that will be made into a movie. Now, people were comparing it to Homeward Bound, which I'm sure you've seen, because that's basically what Homeward
Yeah.
Bound is. They just
Mhm.
they end up finding their way back home, but
Yeah, the place that they escape from in Finding Dory is also not the Georgia Aquarium. It's a fake place called the Marine Life Institute, but it's largely inspired by other large aquariums.
mm-hmm.
It's been a minute since I've seen that
more
one,
you
but I
know.
do remember them breaking out of an aquarium.
The more you know.
Okay, favorite dogs. That's a good story. Good for the heart. Feel good movie. What do you have on here about Kimi Antonelli?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, congratulations, Kimi. He won his first ever Grand Prix. He's the second youngest Formula One driver to do so. One from pole in China. And this was great. I love this. I like Kimi. I think both of us do. I think both of us are fans of Kimi Antonelli. Teenager, obviously, like I said, second youngest to ever win Grand Prix. And he goes out and goes and does the interview before the podium with David Coulthard, and he's like, basically in tears, crying. It's like, yes, more of that, please. And so you're like, damn it. And you're immediately happy for the kid and drove a great race. Just absolutely punished his teammate George Russell for most of the race. But he gets on the podium and they're doing the introductions. And I forgot to pull the video. I should have pulled the video. We talked about it on Speed Freaks and we played the video on Speed Freaks. But I missed this originally, which is he gets on the podium and they announce him and they go, and our winner of today's Chinese Grand Prix, Kimi Raikkon.
No, poor kid.
So
He's like,
he just immediately,
that's not me.
he just immediately cracks up laughing.
I thought you were gonna maybe say like he didn't react because they called him like Andrea Kimi or something like that, and he's like, wait, what? Kimi Raikkonen. Okay, good one. Nice.
Oh yeah,
Formula
Kimi
One.
Antonelli mistakenly introduces Kimi Raikkon. Okay, let me see if this has the video in it. Oh yes, it does. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna come over this way so you can see it. Okay, here we go. Ooh, wrong button. Hello, share screen. Share screen. This is how much
We're
prep
gonna get
work we
tagged
put
for
into
this anyway, and we'll have to cut it out, but it's fine.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Envision it here.
Oh, damn it! Hang on, I forgot to put in the thing. Shut it!
Oh,
What's
no.
happening? Hello.
Oh no. This is like the other week when your Siri was talking to you during the episode.
Yeah. This is what flu game. I have no idea what I'm doing. We couldn't before the show. I couldn't get my audio to work. Disaster. Okay, there he is. Here we go.
From Italy, Kimi Raikkon!
Oh, he said it so confidently too.
And in his honor,
He's like, Doug, that is not me. Oh no.
There you go. That was great. And congratulations to Lewis Hamilton, who also got his first podium as a Ferrari driver in China as well.
Yeah, well deserved. It's been a year. What a nightmare of a year probably for him.
Yeah, and now if the FIA can just go and check out those engines for Mercedes, then we're good.
Well, you sent me earlier. It's like they're looking at the front wing too.
Looking at the wing, yeah.
The whole thing is the Mercedes is moving in illegal ways. I can't prove it yet, but we will. Okay, a couple things left here. We might actually make it on time. We have great news for the people, which we shared in the Little Debbie's group chat that Richie and I have with my mom. Hacks Thursday is back officially. We are getting season 5 of Hacks in 2 weeks, essentially. By the time you hear this, it'll be a little less than 2 weeks. April 9th is the premiere date. And we're getting a couple of weeks where there's double episodes. I don't think the premiere week is among them. I want to say it's like April 30th and then sometime in May or something like that to try and get the whole season in a reasonable time frame. But that is exciting. We are disappointed as much as we are excited because I do think that it will give the cast and crew the best chance to tell the story the way they want to and have it end the way they want to and within the time frame that they want to, and just to do justice to the whole thing. You and I have talked a lot about TV shows either being taken from us too soon or overstaying their welcome, and I think this is a really good balance between those two, that it's just kept getting better every season somehow, which feels like an impossible timeline with TV now. And it's also been very consistent in a world where a lot of shows will take several years to make another season, or at least a year or something of that nature, that it's been a pretty tight timeline and it's been magnificent the whole way through. And we're excited for what season 5 has. And it'll be a little sad at the end for sure. But it will have been a good experience, and we will not regret the time that we spent watching Hacks and recommending Hacks to everyone under the sun, including all of you that are listening to this. And if you're not on board yet, what the hell are you doing? Start watching now.
Yeah. Get on your HBO Max, which I need to redo because I don't have it yet. I was texting you yesterday when they announced it. I was like, do I get the ad plan? Do I get the no ad plan?
Yeah.
What do I do?
I think we settled on the ad plan, as much as I
Yeah.
hate giving ad revenue. But like, it doesn't make sense to pay double the price for a couple of months. That's Tate Fund.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you are in line to contribute to the Tate Fund, stay in line.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm excited. I did not realize people are pointing out that Hacks Thursday and Devil Wears Prada 2 are happening on the same night. So we have a bit of a coalescing of interests, I guess.
Yep.
Because I already have my tickets
It
for opening
happens
night.
on Thursdays.
Yeah, I already have my ticket spot for Devil Wears Prada opening night, so I can get my Prada sunglasses.
So nice. So nice. Get your handbag too. Why is my camera doing this? Get your handbag and get your sunglasses and just walk out of there with the full fit.
Yeah,
So you don't need to plan what you're wearing for Lollapalooza. We already have it planned for you.
absolutely.
What else we got? Speaking of movies, I will hand it over to you, for Letterboxd Corner, because I have not done anything helpful at all, I don't think. I'll double check while you're giving your review, but I don't think I've contributed at all to this.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the point of the show where I get to talk about Project Hail Mary and why you should go see it. I sent Jordan a meme this week where it was like one of those things, and it's like the girl and she's got all the Project Hail Mary merch and everything. And I said, this is me and my personality for the next 2 weeks, and that's basically what it is. Because I saw Project Hail Mary. Now, remember, about this time last year, I was telling everybody how I read the book, and I loved the book, and the book was great, and I couldn't wait for the movie. And this is like one of those movies that is like right on the edge of making into my top 4 movies. Like, it's so close to doing so. It was that good. Like, I adored this movie. They absolutely nailed it. It is so hard to adapt books into movies and TV shows and do it right, and do the book right, and make its own thing. And they nailed it with this, man. They got everything so right with the movie. Like, I wish it was longer. It was almost a 3-hour movie, and I still wish the movie was longer, and I would have been perfectly fine with it. My biggest concern before the movie was whether or not they were going to get Rocky right. And they did, and they nailed Rocky, and Rocky's perfect and adorable and cute, and I want to buy the Rocky plush. He's available on Amazon. You can go buy him for like $40, and yeah, I love this movie. It was so good. Everything about it was perfect. It was so funny, and it looks cool. Like, the space scenes are great. Ryan Gosling is like the perfect. Ryland Grace is perfect. And Rocky's great, and it's so good. It's an emotional movie. You will cry. Here's the thing. I read the book, so I knew how it ended, and I was still getting emotional at the end. So if you have not read the book and you go and you watch the movie, bring some tissues. That's all I'm going to say.
So somebody dies at the end.
I didn't say that.
Well, you said pretty much everything except that, so I'm inferring based on context clues. Everything I've seen about that movie, and I texted you this, everything I've seen about that movie makes it seem like it was someone that got really into Interstellar and then wrote a bunch of like Tars and Cooper fan fiction. That's the vibe I get about Rocky.
No, get out of here with that.
What is it? He's like a robot? It's a robot?
No,
they're a robot?
No, Rocky is not a robot. Just go see the movie, will you? I'm not going to tell you.
I'm not going to go until I know what Rocky is.
I promise you are going to like the movie.
And what are Rocky's pronouns? She, her, they, them? What is
I die.
What is it? What's Rocky?
Rock. Rocky's pronouns are rock.
Okay. RO/CK. Yeah. Fair enough. All right.
Just go see the movie. I promise you, you're gonna like it. Everybody that I know that has seen it.
Do I look like I have time to go see movies right now?
It's not going away. It's gonna be in theaters in several weeks. It's fine.
Yeah. That's a fair point.
You'll have
I
time
can't
to
go
see
this
it.
week because I feel like I'm suffocating, but like other weeks.
Time doesn't exist, but it controls us anyway, and money isn't real. We ball
Period.
anyway.
You said it. Clock it. You said it. Okay,
So
you
yeah,
have more. I
Don't
know you
hate.
have more.
Don't hate on the movie before you go see it. That's all
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
hating on the movie. I'm just saying that's my perceptual understanding of it based on the dynamic that I've seen about what people
Its
are posting.
current Letterboxd score is 4.4, which puts it inside of Letterboxd's top 100 rated movies. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's still at 4.4 after it has been out for a week now, which is like hard to do because usually you get people coming in. Yeah, it's number 89 in the Letterboxd top 500. Usually you get people coming in hating, and they hate, and they just put 1 star and they hate on it. But no, this is still at 4.4. You like Ryan Gosling, don't you?
Yeah. Who doesn't? Ryan Gosling's had like a generational run of movies. I was talking to someone about this today, and just like 90% of the movies that he's in, I'm convinced that they sell him to be in it by like promising that he'll have a cool wardrobe or a cool jacket. Like Drive, cool jacket. The Nice Guys, cool wardrobe. Blade Runner, cool jacket.
Yeah.
Barbie, cool jacket. Project Hail Mary, cool wardrobe.
Yeah.
La La Land, decent wardrobe. Like we could just go down the list. They're like,
Yeah.
we'll make you look cool on screen. Don't worry about the rest of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, go see Project Hail Mary. If you take anything away from this show, go see Project Hail Mary. It's great, I promise.
Okay.
Okay. Couple other movies to talk about here. You like the first Ready or Not movie, right?
Love that movie. Yeah.
Yes.
I've shown that movie to lots of people.
Yeah. I did too. I haven't seen the first one in several years, but I really liked it. Ready or Not 2 is out right now. Also another movie that's really fun and I really liked. 4 stars out of 5. If you like the first movie, you're going to like this one too.
Good.
The supporting cast is great, and Catherine Newton is awesome as plays Samara Weaving's sister in the movie. So highly recommend that one. Had a lot of fun with that one too. So 4 stars out of 5. And then I don't think we talked about Undertone because I don't think I had seen it a lot in the last time we did the show.
No,
Or
I
was
texted
going to
you
go-
that I was floating the idea of going to see it the weekend before we left. I didn't end up doing that, but
Another one that is, if you want to go see it in theaters because it is a movie in which like it is very much not the visuals of the movie, but it's the sound. And if you're watching it at home, the sound and the sound design isn't going to hit as hard. So if you're interested in seeing it, go see it in theaters instead of watching it at home. I will mention my.
Can you read
my
to the
review?
people what your review was? Because I thought it was
Yes.
funny.
Okay, so the basis of the movie is it's this girl and her best friend, I guess, doing a podcast, and it's like a scary podcast, and they talk about supernatural stuff. And so I said, this happened to my friend Jordan and I while recording our podcast one time.
So fair. So good. Yeah, it was it's uniquely relatable for us in that fashion.
Yeah. And that has been Letterboxd Corner. I saw a bunch of other movies too, but we don't need to. Those are the 3 main ones. So
Okay. I've
Oh,
heard
I did
that,
see- yes.
I heard Undertone was good, but I was sensing with the like hype around it, I was getting Longlegs vibes from it, just in the way that like everybody came out of that movie with like the first reviews of Longlegs and was like, this is the scariest movie of all time. Like you need to go see it like right now. And I went to the theater and I sat down there, and the first like 45 minutes I believed him. And then the rest of the time I was kind of disappointed. So I had a fear that that's what might happen with Undertone, is like it would be victim to the hype machine that was going on around it, and it wasn't as scary as was advertised.
One of the things I really did like about about Undertone is that it is. I've never seen a movie quite like it. So I'm not going to spoil anything, but I will set up kind of your expectations. I think it will help people understand it a little bit better. And this is what I was surprised by. There are only two people that you see on screen the entire movie, which is the lead actress that you see in the trailer and her mom. And that's it. Everything else that happens, you only hear their voices.
Okay.
And you never see them. So the entire movie takes place in one house, and that's it. So it was made for really, really cheap, and there you go. So go in expecting that, and I really appreciated that. Like, it was just, I had never seen or heard, in this case, a movie quite like it, which is why I ended up giving it the 3.5 stars, because I appreciated that how unique it was.
Okay.
So. I will say, saw Undertone, not going to go see Backrooms. We were talking about that this week at Mellow.
Backrooms, yeah.
And
Backrooms is going to be like the horror version of the Minecraft movie. It'll be for that same generation.
I hope we see Elmo in there somewhere.
Dude, no. Why is Elmo in there? Just floating that. I have a list literally running right now of like movies that I know that I need to see in the coming months, and it's like mostly all horror movies, but it's like Undertone. There's been that movie Obsession that's been floating around. Mother Mary, obviously, Anne Hathaway.
Ooh, yes, that's a
We're
good
gonna have
one.
an Anne Hathaway summer. Hokum with Adam Scott from Severance, and then Ready or Not 2 is on my list. I already have tickets for Two Devil, Two Prada. After your showing though, so
Yeah.
I think I was only able to find someone to go with me the weekend, so not the opening day, but opening weekend. And I'm looking forward to that. Should be good.
Gonna be a great summer for movies. Very exciting.
Yeah. Movie summer. And if you're not already, you can join AMC Stubbs A-List. I think I can advertise that because I worked there. So, like, personal experience. You can see up to 4 movies a week.
Yeah.
Any screen, any format. Make your reservations online.
I hold on a second. I gotta look at something real quick. Okay, just bear with me for like 2 seconds. Okay, July 17th. When is San Diego Comic-Con? That is.
It's like the 26, 27, 28 or something like that.
Okay.
July.
Here we go.
We have tickets, I believe, for the 24th and 25th.
Okay. Hang on. I'm looking this up. Yeah, stand by. Why isn't this telling me the dates? This is stupid. Hello? Bad shipping? No, I don't want that. I want to know when the heck it is, you
What
idiots.
are you pre-ordering?
No, I'm not going to pre-order anything. I'm just trying to map out the dates of certain things. So.
He's pre-ordering things.
No, I'm not pre-ordering anything.
You're in line for Tate Fun. Stay in line for Tate Fun.
No, because in 2023, when I went to Comic-Con in 2023, that was the same weekend that Oppenheimer came out, I think. And so I missed seeing Oppenheimer that weekend, I think. Or, yeah, because I was gone.
You didn't do the Barbenheimer double feature?
Yeah. Wait, was that 2023 or 2020? Anyway.
Yeah,
it
was 2023.
It was I'm pretty sure it was, yeah, because yes, it was 2023 because I skipped 2024 and then we went last year. Okay, that's right. So it's 2023. Right. And that was the same weekend that Oppenheimer was opening. I was like, shoot. And so I had to like wait until like the next week to get my tickets. So the Odyssey is coming out on July 17th, which is good because that means I will have plenty of time to go see that movie before we leave for San Diego Comic-Con. And then you're going to hate me because the entire 6-hour ride over is just going to, first of all, we're going to have the Odyssey.
I'm listening.
I'll save it. I'll
I'm
save
listening.
it. No,
I'm listening.
it's fine. We got time. We got time.
No, I'm not playing on my phone. I'm taking care of business. I'm reading my book. Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy ride. That playlist, by the way, I was looking at it. There is a disproportionate amount of Tate McRae on the Be Gone playlist this year, and I
Yeah.
love it personally. I think it's great for the brand. But that one time that you said, halfway joking, that you wanted 20 straight tit for tats on there, there's 20 straight tit for tats on there, only broken up by one two hands dance break. I'm not playing around. I'm not playing on my phone. I'm taking care of business.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, what we're gonna do is
We gotta add some more stuff on there, so that way I don't have to hear you yap about the Odyssey for 3 hours. Because I think there's only like 3 hours of music on there.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get like an hour more because I'm gonna add the entirety of the Odyssey score to the list.
Be Gone 2 is currently sitting at 4 hours and 21 minutes. So we're gonna need a little bit more. And we can also reuse this playlist for Lollapalooza
Yeah.
if we like it.
I don't think you added me as an editor yet to this
I'm
one.
pretty sure I did. But yeah, you definitely added stuff in here. But I think it's
No,
also
I
because you only have the free Spotify that you keep losing the share link.
Oh, we'll figure it out. We got time.
I'll text it to you.
Yeah.
Time isn't real, but it controls us anyway, and money isn't real. But you know what is real? Tate Palooza. Tate Chicago.
Yes.
We're going. Catch us there. Okay, anything else for the people? Let's keep this a tight 1 hour, because I need to go to bed. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Okay. All right. This has been a 1 hour, one brain cell number. Who knows at this point? It's 100 something. Just keep up. We have our 100th episode super stream special coming up soon. So follow us on Twitch and our other social media if you don't already at OHOBC Pod. We're planning on doing at least 12 hours of consecutive streaming. We floated 24, but God knows if we'll make it that long. But you know what? We don't have anything better to do. So follow along, and we'll see you next time wherever we see you. And if we don't see you, we don't see you. That's good enough. I'm done. Cut it. Cut the cameras.